There are very few restaurants that have a dedicated person doing what I'm doing. It's in many ways a luxury. So 7 a.m. at the market, I'm tasting all of these different greens to see which tastes the best. A restaurant would have to pay more to buy it from a distributor, but when I can go directly to the farm, I get a price discount. So that's part of what pays my salary, is the fact that I'm buying directly from farms wherever I can and getting a higher quality product for a lower price. I would say kind of the number one really hard thing to find that chefs really want, and the chef that I'm working with now, Nate, is greens. It's very hard to get really great greens into the restaurant. The restaurants that I like working with are the ones where the food is very, very simple, where the cooking is still very good, but it's all about simplicity and letting the ingredients shine. What I've seen is that organic is really falling out of favor because USDA organic standards are not very meaningful. They're not as strong as most people want them to be within the food community. So I'm finding more and more of a focus on local. I see people defining local as you buy it directly from the producer. So in that sense, I think it is community, and that's how, when people say, oh, well, how do you define local? I say, I buy it from somebody I know. I want to know the first name of the person who produced my food, and I think that that is what I see as the primary trend coming.
What kind of trends when it comes to restaurants do you see right now?
Not only focus on ingredients, but especially wild ingredients. And that's something that I do as well. So during the summer months, I go into the woods and I actually forage for wild ingredients. And this is something that we're seeing everywhere from Noma, but also in the United States. And this is becoming just a return to the wild foods that people have eaten for centuries, that in some ways that knowledge has been lost. And there are a lot of people who are trying to bring it back. So it's not just mushrooms, it's wild greens and bark and moss and wild berries and tubers, and the flavors are just completely new and exciting. The restaurant has a blog and a Facebook page and our Twitter account, and I use all of those. So I'm at the market and I take a photo of the fennel and I say, I tweet and I say, look what I'm buying for Allswell right now. I think people want to feel a direct connection to who is making their food. So for instance, right now we're in a coffee shop where we can see the coffee beans being roasted. People want to see how their food is made and how it's grown. Here in Williamsburg, you can go and you can watch the butchers breaking down the animal, and you can kind of point to the cut that you want, and they'll cut it off the pig, and then you can take it home. So it's a very direct connection to how the food is being made. So like everything from pickle makers to coffee roasters to people making cheese. I have friends now who are making cheese in their apartment and teaching cheese classes, or even classes about how to make your own bitters for cocktails. Hi, my name is Kate. Greetings from Ridderheims and Fallbigden.